So yeah, this is GP. How do you pronounce this?
Guayaquil would be my guess. Or
Wait, let me see. Yeah, Guayaquil. It's like Silverquill, but Gaia? I don't know what that means.
It's like Cyndaquil, but with Gaia, I guess.
Yep.
Oracle of Mulgaia Quill. For sure. Mana base is pretty basic, but also 17 lands is brave. Well, especially when you have a 4 of a 3 mana card. It seems
what 3 mana card are you talking about?
Paxilol.
That's not 3 mana card.
It's a 0 mana card with some extra steps.
If you cast spells, oh, never mind. Yeah, no, never mind. 17 lands is fine. Listen. Reading the card doesn't explain the card. Well, then this deck has a CMC, like the mana curve is literally 1.
Yeah,
which I think is pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's clerics, but they're running the slot machine cards now.
It's got Seek, it's got Reunion,
it's got EHS. Spin the wheel.
GP before Seek is gone. Last GP before Seek is gone.
Wait, are you happy about that or sad about that?
I am so unbelievably happy. Seek is such a warped card. I've been wanting to play it in my blue-white flyers deck despite being unable to cast it on turn 1 most of the time.
Well, you're not casting Seek on turn 1 though. You want to cast it turn 2 and then crack a fetch right away.
Yep.
So, Crush Castle's this thing. Can someone please explain to me what's happening here? Because
that's a lot of planeswalkers.
Yeah, the problem with planeswalkers is that they have a lot of text. And if you don't know what most of these things, most of these planeswalkers do, because they're all planeswalkers that see basically no play anywhere else.
I've heard that this deck is mostly a combo with Arida. Oh yeah, it's Arida and Evelyn. You play Evelyn, you play Arida. Arida gets a counter take next turn. That's one of the basic combos.
Okay, sure.
No Portent's Journal, so
it feels weird because they don't have anything turn 1 and 2. This deck just absolutely gets smacked by super aggro decks.
Well, they have
doesn't
Epic
really
affect
turn 2. They have Epic Encounter for turn 2, but it doesn't affect the board at all.
Is there anything that affects the board on turn 3? Maybe there's a Wrath on a planeswalker somewhere in the sideboard?
Yeah.
I think this deck has a hidden win condition of just making your opponent read so much text that they get bored and scoop.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
You don't have any. I don't see any 3-mana planeswalkers that actually do anything to affect the board.
What the hell is that sideboard?
The sideboard is a wish board, but only a wish board. Which, fair enough, I guess. This deck is super spicy, but
not the Flame Crush.
If it does well, I'll be pleasantly surprised. I will say.
Not the Flame Crush or anything. But I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if the deck didn't win a single game. A chumpback. Moving on. So Fifth Dragon's Return to Form, which is actually the deck name is a lie because Return to Form. This deck does not run Return to Form. When I first saw this deck name, I thought I would finally find a deck that used the new Return to Form, but no, it doesn't run Return to Form.
Oh, I didn't interpret it that way. I interpret it as this is a deck he used to play a lot, didn't play for a little bit, and now he's back at it.
Actually, good point. That's why it's running so many old cards that have better options now.
Boomer Villainy.
Yeah.
I guess you should give your rating Elspeth? Elspeth? I'm calling you Elspeth.
Yep, I'm Elspeth.
Oh, Elspeth. How was the Underworld?
Is Underworld a euphemism for playing Flyers after Title Spike got nerfed?
No, it's a joke because Elspeth went to the Underworld.
I know that, but anyway.
By the way, if you're there, I want to apologize for saying the deck's unplayable if you nerf Title Spike. I know I've already apologized for that, and I realized I had to completely change the deck by adding a second color to make it playable after you nerf Title Spike. But I just want to say that out loud again. Sorry.
It's an aggro deck that it plays a 1-drop, it plays a 2-drop, and then it gets mana screwed because gaolo never draws their third land when they need it.
So true.
Or they just flood out because, that's really the two states of the deck. Either you get mana screwed or you flood out. Or, you play Emma and then you whiff. Actually, no, you don't whiff, but you get some really suboptimal flipped off Emma. You flip 5 lands off her or something. Herzy's finally not playing Tropic Thunder anymore.
Finally? It only took a year.
Wait, did they actually just run Tropic Thunder straight up for an entire year?
I joined this format a year ago. I stole Herzy's Tropic Thunder deck, and every time I've played against Herzy, she's been playing some form of Thunder Road with some other stuff in it. So, probably.
You'll notice the lack of the fiery whatever. Instead, we have fiery temper because that's cool. Now, you might be thinking, Neon, fiery temper, that's just a 3-mana lightning bolt. Why would you cast that? Unless you have a way to discard it. Well, do I have news for you? We have Distant Thunder in the main.
Oh, God.
That's right. That's right. It's a lightning bolt, but you have to discard a card. So we discard our fiery temper and pay for it. But that's not all. Are you ready? Because we've got civilizations costs. Look at the decks. No one else is running 18 basic lands because they're not as much of a Chad as I am. So what you do is you Distant Thunder, you discard civilizations costs, and you pay it for 1 mana. Now all of these five color control decks are trembling in fear because they can't interact with me with Fiery Temper or Distant Thunder. Now you might be wondering where are your fetches and shocks? You have Banish or you have Chulate Axslinger. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I thought everyone else was gonna also play Burn, and I'm like, I got that mirror match. Nah, I'm the only one, but we're chilling. It's fine. Chulate Axslinger's got me because we got enough 3 mana things that do what they got to do. We got Scorches, we got Basat, we got our spikes, we got our Storm Surges.
That seems a bit small. That feels like a low number if you're trying to reliably Fiery Temper. If you don't see Thunder, then Fiery Temper's 3 mana. It's like an open fire, which is not great.
Well, you see, the thing is that who needs consistency when you have luck? So that's my ideology.
Good point.
That's why I run 18 mountains. Honestly, I think the reason I do run 18 mountains is because I do run 3 main board civilization costs, and that means I don't die to aggro decks.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could afford to run at least a few Fire Hearth halls. I mean, taking 1 or 2 off civilizations cost isn't that bad, right?
I think that's the speaking of a coward. I think that I'm the most gigachad deck here, so I'll give oh god. What happened?
What do you mean?
I will be giving myself 5 stars because that is just how cool I am.
You know what? What would you rate your deck?
My deck, if I'm going to be honest, I think it got a lot worse with the Fiery Burst ban. But I think that I think y'all were actually sleeping on Distant Thunder.
I mean, Distant Thunder is basically direct opposite of Fire Burst, right? Because instead of making your opponent draw a card, you discard a card. So those cards are basically even when it comes to card advantage. So
but the thing is, I choose which card I discard. My opponent doesn't get to. I don't get to choose what my opponent draws. I choose what I discard. I have more choice. Yeah. This is the libertarian Fire Burst. You don't understand?
I understand.
Because charity is cringe. Anyways.
That's enough of a burn but woke.
Okay. You know what? Let's just move on.
Alright, I'm glad we could agree on 9. Very cool. That is totally in my real rating. It is not at all ironic. I'm going to win this tournament, and I will not be taking any questions.
Sure. Oh, wait, I have bad memories of this deck, right? In game 1, me and Astigmion commentated this deck versus another slow deck. The commentary ended up being over 2 hours because there was a judge call. There was 2 judge calls on middle.
I don't know
if you guys already saw that video.
Oh.
Have you guys seen that video?
I have seen that video with absolute horror.
Yeah.
How dare you remind me of it? Yeah, this deck is, like I said, I've always been I think it'll do well. So let's just hope that it doesn't become a 2-hour game once again, and everything will be good.
Well, y'all don't have 2 hours to spare in the middle of a week.
Yeah.
Okay, casuals, that's fine, whatever.
Imagine having a light guard.
Yeah. And
Legion Hunk nutting up. That sounds really weird, nutting up. Yeah, Legion Hunk nutting up 2 creatures is pretty good, especially Breach. Because you can use Breach to, if Legion Hunk is in your graveyard, you can use Breach to nut up 2 of the creatures. And that sounds really strong. So it's probably that. Yep, you are seeing Strongarm is quite normal with this deck. Of course, Strongarm got nerfed, so you can't do the 4 Strongarms into each other. Thank God.
The admins really voted on a set with a spell called Nut Up. I don't know if you edit your videos, but every time Nut Up gets played, you have to put in the nut button, the nut sound. You gotta add that in whenever you say it. That's the new rule.
Also, worth of note is Fanged Angels.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, an adventure on a land. That's another way they can double up their ability to nut on people.
god. Okay, you know what?
I've rated the deck 5 nuts on the spicy meter.
I'm gonna give this thing 5 spice, 5 chili peppers because it's gonna be because I'm gonna be able to stick in so many innuendos when I'm commentating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this deck is quite real.
Yeah.
You could say it's the nuts.
Guys, the only reason Burn didn't win last GP was because I didn't read Storm Surge correctly. because I was reading the old version, and apparently the new version is different and better, but also it is what it is.
Playing Burn, you don't have to know how to read cards.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, these...
I guess we'll just start by reading what Zero does, which is this 7-mana Planeswalker. Oh, it costs 1 less. Okay.
So the first thing I thought when I saw this card was, so compared to pre-nerf Rini, send out our cleric.
Yeah.
Like,
compared to pre-nerf Rini, it's nowhere near as good. Name something that is as good as pre-nerf Rini, though, to be fair.
I mean, the entirety of the Rini Fuse deck.
Yeah.
I don't think Neon knows what we're talking about, so we're just going to stop here unless you want to ask more questions.
I was just spacing out.
Okay.
I'm going to give it 3 because neutrality.
I mean, do you really need to see your opponent's hand twice?
I could probably get away with running Social Grace's main board in my Burn deck. Like, it's so easy to trigger bleed. It's not even funny.
It's not even like a joke there. You probably could.
I probably should, honestly. It's that good.
Don't run Social... Most Social Graces deck run way more Social Graces than they should.
Yes.
I have run Social Graces in Burn before.
You should never run more than 3. Never more than 3.
Yeah, I'd run like 2, maybe. I just like seeing hands. That's just how I am. Do you have counter spells? I need to know.
Was there anything Asabeth, Rose? Oh yeah. Hey Neon. So you know how you run Civilization's cost in your deck?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What's the issue? I'm confused. Oh, I'm looking at this mana base.
Is a mana base.
What is the point of running a single mountain at this point?
Because
so you can fetch.
Just trying to play Asabeth.
So you can fetch it.
Is,
you do want to fetch basics.
I don't understand.
Is Asabeth here, honestly? Like on one end, yeah, it's basic 3, I guess, but like it's like a really bad 5-mana first mate. So
yeah. So looking at Purposaki's notes, WTF Asabeth. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Purposaki. Yeah. WTF Asabeth.
I think this is like a perfectly good deck that they randomly made worse with Asabeth.
You know what? I don't think you're wrong.
But, you know, props to the grind. Props to the grind there.
And it also has 0 protection. This thing just gets hit by Pith Weld. It
doesn't get hit by Pith Weld. It's 5 mana.
Right. You're right. It's 5 mana.
To play Thunderbolt as well, though. Just to know.
It gets killed by Thunderbolt if you play Pith Weld in the same turn as it.
Yeah, Pith Weld, hot priority Thunderbolt. Hey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, last deck, Zany. What were you expecting? It's not ninjas.
Let me guess. Is it a blue-black ninjas deck?
It's not ninjas.
What the?
Were you expecting that?
What the hell happened?
Did you expect that to happen?
No.
Well, I guess it answers Zane's question. Aether Leak. Is that what we call it, deck?
I guess we'll just call it. Zang is in chat. What do you want to call it, Zang? I think that's only fair.
I don't think that's fair. I'm going to name it... Oh, Ian Wanderer doesn't need stuff with leak too. It is Splint... I don't know. Listen, I was going to say something clever and you would have all laughed, but my brain no worky.
I'm going to give this a good 7. I'm going to give it also a 7.
Splint copy leak. No, wait. Confirm leaks. Okay, that's a perfect name. Leaks confirmed.
Oh, that's good.
Can I change burn? Can I change burn but woke to burn but based?
Sure.
Hold on.
Sure. Leaks confirmed.
No way. They confirmed? I'm excited to see Nut. That's the one I'm actually really excited to see.
I think everyone's very happy about the nuts right now.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
I am ecstatic about the nuts.
I mean, yeah, because the red green Prowess deck can easily nut draw. I mean, Prowess decks just have a habit of nut drawing and just killing your opponent out of nowhere, right?
And being serious, I do think it is like a legitimately good deck in its own right. It's not just a meme.
Yeah, it is. It's a good deck. It's kind of like Hammer Time almost. It's in vibes, you know, because Hammer Time, like, conceptually is such a cheesy and janky deck, but it has enough pieces that it's consistent enough that it should be top tier. here.
The main thing about GR Prowess is Acorn Assault and how it untaps a land and gives something +2/+0. It is just another strong arm.
Yeah.
This deck plays 8 strong arms. I think that's going to be, oh boy.
No, it plays 4 nerfed strong arms and 4 unnerfed strong arms.
Yeah, that's going to explode people out of the game.
And it also plays Breach Elise for even more strong arms and Rapid Countesses for even more strong arms. The stream's not covering Primavera spoilers. Shame.
I know. When Primavera gets in, okay, I'm sure it'll get in because it's the best format. Never mind the fact it's got a Moxen in it, you know. Never mind the fact it's got like a turn 3 kill with prowess from a common.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make prowess so much better.
Never mind the fact it's got like a 1-mana ramp spell in like white.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
is Primavere the one of the new sets?
It's one of the 10 new sets, yeah.
I submitted a set, and my goodness, I will revise better next time. I'll actually read my set before I submit it like a crackhead.
Oh yeah,
You're
right.
telling me that a 2-mana 3/1 flyer with no downsides at common is a bad idea? It's not even the worst card in the set,
yeah.
too, which is funny.
Honestly, I was more ticked off by the grammatical errors than the power level errors.
Yeah,
there are so many cards that are meant to be trumpet blasts that hit all creatures, which oops.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know if this is a thing you can do, but I might, next time there's a card or a set submission, I will just submit the set with like less stupid shit in it. But